I think we can all agree that 2020 was a hellish year. It's been 2 years since the pandemic started, and it has been terrible. Back in 2020 and summer 2021, most of us had to do online learning rather than in-school learning. You know, to stop the spread of a certain virus. Most of us probably use either MS Teams, Google Classroom, or most popularly, Zoom. My school personally used Zoom. And can I just say, when was Zoom invented? I'd never heard of Zoom until 2020, but apparently it was founded in 2011? Hold up. COVID-19 made Zoom popular 9 years after it was created? Damn. Anyways, I hated online school. Sure, it was nice at first, but I'm a physical learner. I have a few funny stories about online school. So let's begin. This story is about my friend whose fake name will be Elsa. So basically, instead of paying attention, she was on FaceTime with another one of her classmates who will be called April. Basically, when they're on mute chatting, and Elsa accidentally unmuted, and we all heard her say, "Haha, I love your dog, bro." And our teacher was just like, Elsa, can you please mute? You should be paying attention." That must have been so embarrassing. After class, I messaged her making fun of her. She didn't care though. The day I wrote this script, November 30th, 2021, I brought it up again at school. I don't remember how it came up, but when I mentioned it, Elsa just started dying of laughter. The next story is really funny. Well, actually it isn't funny. Just really annoying. So basically, my Wi-Fi in mid-2020 was pure garbage. Like, it worked for one class, and then 20 minutes later, it wouldn't let me join. We had to get people from our providers to fix it numerous times, to the point where we were seriously considering switching to another one. Anyways, one of my friends whose fake name will be Brooklyn's Wi-Fi was even worse than mine, and that's saying something. I don't know if it was her computer or her Wi-Fi, but it was hot garbage. Brooklyn's Wi-Fi was so bad that her microphone was terrible, and nobody could even hear her more than half of the time. And the other fraction of the time, she couldn't turn on her camera. Honestly, Brooklyn is a good kid, and I doubt she'd skip class, even on Zoom. It was probably very annoying for the teachers when she came to class with like 5 minutes left. I wouldn't be complaining though. You get to skip school without making up a fake excuse, because the excuse is real. Speaking of which, I think almost everybody has skipped a Zoom class. I haven't, and I don't know why, honestly. But if you haven't skipped a class, you've probably Googled the answer to a question, or looked through your notes or something. I will admit, I looked at my notes during a science quiz, and that's the only time that I remember. Our social studies teacher for that year made all of our quizzes open book, because she realized that we probably would have cheated anyways. And social studies isn't easy, so that's the most likely class I'd probably cheat in. Now that I think about it, we didn't start Zoom until 2021. In 2020, the only Zoom calls we had were just to chat with our teachers and classmates. Before we began with Zoom, our teachers posted on a website called, actually I'm not going to say the name of it. Basically, the website is a platform for schools where teachers can post the notes in a virtual classroom, and that the students can see that students are unable to see. There's also private messages on it. Basically, they post the work in the virtual classroom, then we could either print the work, take pictures, or send it to our teachers. Or we could just write it down on the piece of paper, which question it is, and directly answer it. Then send it to our teachers. I did the latter. But that was annoying. But I also liked it because that means I could finish all my work before noon, which I always did. That was nice. Online learning was nice, but it also sucked at the same time. With online school, socializing was more difficult. I'm definitely more of an extrovert than an introvert. Anyways, that's not important. I enjoy conversing. Sure, I like texting people, but face-to-face conversations are more up my alley. Zoom didn't make it easy to do that, because of all the stupid glitches and the internet cutting out. What mostly made me salty about online school was that back in 2020, I thought it only lasted for like 2 weeks or so. We started online school on March 23rd, 2020, and we thought we'd go back to school on April 6th. Okay, let me give you some context. During the second and third week of March 2020, our school was on spring break. I remember that because one of my friend's birthdays was the last day of school before spring break. And I remember Elsa, She and I used to be on the same bus ride. She lives really close to the school, whereas I lived in the next town over. So obviously, on the way home, she got dropped off first. I specifically remember when she got off the bus, she said, "See you in 2 weeks, Christian." And then I didn't see her again in real life until September 2021. When online school was announced, after March break ended, we all thought it'd be like, who cares? Everything will be back to normal by early April. We all thought that. That did not happen, obviously, because we didn't go back to school for the rest of the year. I have another really embarrassing story, but I'm not even going to talk about that one. Anyways, online school sucked, and I could probably make another video about this sometime. So stay tuned. Have a good day, a good night, and a good life, and don't forget that you are an awesome person.